exuberant. It was like a celebration that was going on. And then they were worshiping and they were praising and they were saying hallelujah and all of these things. So I just looked around and I saw all of these people. All of the people were dressed in white, but the white was not the same. The outfits that they had were different. There were some men on one end, and all of their outfits were the same, but they had these golden crowns on their heads. And then on the other side, there were people, men and women, and they all had on these long, long white robes. And they were assembled like in a tribunal formation. And I realized at that point, okay, they're here to see what's going to happen to me. I had, up until that time, just been enjoying the music, standing on this very fluffy white cloud. And then I looked beyond there, and I saw what looked like a city. But this city had everything in this city was gold, but it was I don't even know how to describe this gold. It was very, very bright, and the gold was transparent, and there was a gate, this big gate that was around the city. It was white, but it had all kinds of jewels on the gates, and there were these big angels. They were huge, that were standing around the gates. And at that point, I started getting a little afraid. Little afraid. But at the same time, I wanted to get on this street where everybody else was standing. I was standing below there, on the cloud, and I so badly wanted to step up on the street. And so I was standing on my tippy toes, trying to reach up there. I couldn't reach up there. There was such a brilliant shine on the street of this transparent gold. And, the people were all singing and they were worshiping. And then I noticed that I heard what sounded like whispering, but it was loud whispering, and it seemed to be coming from this big golden, like, kettle thing. And so I wondered what it was, and coming out of the whispers seemed like it had a fragrance, and this fragrance seemed to light up the entire atmosphere. And there was an angel standing by, and I said, "What is that?" And he said, "Those are the prayers of the people on earth." I said, "The prayers of the people on earth?" And he said, "Yes, the prayers of the people on earth. It's what we use as a fragrance here." And I thought, oh, okay. So I'm standing on my tippy toes, hoping that the angel would come and that he would help me to get up on the golden street. And finally, one of the men came over, and he put his hand down as if he was going to help me to get on the street. And as he did that, I suddenly saw this golden throne. It was huge. It was huge. And around this throne were these, I thought they were animals, strange-looking animals. They were huge, and they seemed to be guarding this throne, and they were chanting. They were chanting like praises. Then I asked the angel, "What kind of animals are those? What are they doing?" And they said, "They're not animals. They're angels, and they are there to guard the throne of God." And I said, guard the throne of God? And he said, yes, they are to guard the throne of God. And he said, there are 9 orders of angels. So I'm still trying to get up on the golden street. And he reached down as if he was going to help me. And I was just so excited. I just wanted to get up there. And finally, there was another man. And this man was by the throne when I saw him. He wasn't sitting on it. He was by the throne. And he walked toward me. Now, the thing about him, his face, I can't tell you what he looked like, his features, because his face was so bright. It was brighter than the sun. All I could see was light. And it was as if his entire body was made of light. I felt an overwhelming kind of peace, love, joy, but at the same time, I also felt unclean. It was just so weird. I felt like I shouldn't be here, or I guess I felt like I wasn't worthy to be there. That's more what it was. I felt like I wasn't worthy to be there. And he walked over, and as he approached, he got closer and closer. He exuded more and more light. And there was a peacefulness about him. The light was brighter than the morning sun. He looked down at me, and he never said one word. I wanted him to say something, but he never said one word. The weird thing was, even though he never said anything, it was like we had a certain type of communication. It was telepathic maybe, or I was able to discern what he was saying in my spirit or in my mind. I could hear what he was saying, although he never verbalized it. He never said any words. It was some kind of mental telepathy that he did. But I understood everything that he was saying to me. And he was telling me that it wasn't time for me. But I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay there. I was so mesmerized by his presence.
Well, I got to ask you a question. I got to ask you some questions here, because people are asking me questions. Okay, when this is going on and you're on that cloud, you're looking down and you're seeing this city with, all this, gold and jewels and all this stuff. Did you see any relatives that have passed on or anything like that? Okay,
first I was looking up. I was looking upward. And, I saw a few. I'm an orphan, so I don't know a lot of my relatives, but I did see my mother. And I was hoping that she would come over and talk to me or say something to me, but she didn't. They all kind of stayed in that formation like a tribunal or something, and they were all seemingly waiting to see. I don't know if they were waiting to see if I was going to actually get up on that golden street, or if they were waiting to see what the Almighty was going to say to me. But they all were just there. Prior to his coming out, remember, they were doing all this praising and all this celebration. was going on, and then when he came out, everything just went silent.
Interesting.
So I saw my mom, but I didn't recognize any other relatives.
Okay. Now, hey, Brenda, we need to take a break, so don't hang up. I'm going to put you on mute here for about 3 minutes, and we'll be back.
All righty.
Okay, everybody, you're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Não perde tempo escolhendo a roupa, porque no fim eu sei que vou tirar. Fala tchau pro seu batom na boca e fala oi pra quem te faz pirar. Se você já tá com a mesma sensação, pode vir, gente, que eu tô um vulcão. Tá descontrolada toda essa tara e não para porque a coisa ficou mara. Vou te ganhar no cansaço, no cansaço, no cansaço. Vamos fazer um regaço, um regaço, um regaço. Colar em altos amassos, amassos, amassos. Vamos fazer um regaço, um regaço, um regaço. Rafa Gomes, digam no beat. Não perde tempo escolhendo a roupa, porque no fim eu sei que vou tirar. Fala tchau pro seu batom na boca e fala oi pra quem te faz pirar. Se você já tá com a mesma sensação, pode vir, que eu tô um vulcão. Tá descontrolada toda essa tara e não para porque a coisa ficou mara. Vou te ganhar no cansaço, no cansaço, no cansaço. Vamos fazer um regaço, um regaço, um regaço. Colar em altos amassos, amassos, amassos. Vamos fazer um regaço, um regaço, um regaço. Vou te ganhar no cansaço, no cansaço, no cansaço. Vamos fazer um regaço, um regaço, um regaço. Colar em altos amassos, amassos, amassos. Vamos fazer um regaço, um regaço, um regaço.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, and thank you.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with our host, Gary Anderson.
And we are back. I still remember the time my friend who's no longer with us, Art Bell, we had a lot of conversations on the phone, but John Lear one time got on his show and was telling, Art, hey, when you pass on, when you go into the light or do you go into the darkness? And what he was saying is that, well, maybe the light is the trick, and you want to go into the darkness, which then could take you into like this tunnel of all these lights and all that stuff. It bothered Art Bell for years because, he was so scared when he passed, when he thought he was going to pass on at one point in his life, which he actually did. I wonder Did he go into the light, or did he choose to go into the darkness? He was always telling me he was going to choose to go